Well, hello Rinconians, it's Rincon Steve. Thank you for tuning in. In this particular segment, we're talking about our Teardrop Camper Build. And in this segment, we're going to talk a lot about how to put the teardrop together. Now, what I'm showing you now is a bit further along in our video progress, but I just wanted to show you the shape that we're going for. So the big question is, how do we get this teardrop shape onto a piece of plywood? A lot of teardrops I've seen, you know, the shape comes down and it just kind of comes to a right angle. But the one we have and have chosen to use has this nice rounded corner. It's this nice shape. It kind of comes right around and then rounds down again. That can be a big challenge, and the question is, how do you do it? How do you get that shape onto a piece of plywood, and then how do you get all the other pieces to be exactly the same? So that's what we're going to cover in this segment, so stay tuned. All right, so we're going to get going on the actual teardrop shape with our sides, and what I've got is a piece of particle board as our template. So particle board is easier to work with. It'll be easy to cut and sand to get the shape just right. And I've learned a few techniques from watching YouTube on how to do this. The only other problem is here, this sheet that I picked up, initially I didn't realize it, but this is 1 inch bigger all around. So in order for my layout to work right, I need this to be exactly 4 by 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of 1/2 inch plywood and I'm going to use this as a stencil template, whatever you want to call it, and router this to shape. I'm just going to clamp this on and then go right around and router it so it's the same. So let's get going. Okay, perfectly cut 4 by 8 piece of plywood. Just what I needed. Okay, so I've got my radius all plotted out here for my teardrop. I didn't figure this out myself. I have to give credit to fellow YouTuber. If you can see that, it's Oregon Batman, great YouTube channel. And to me, this is what it's all about, getting the right shape. So according to his plans here, we've done our layout here. We got our points that we're going to run a band of wood here, and then we'll draw our line. So let's get to it. All right, so I'm all ready to draw my line. I got that band clamped on, so it gives us kind of a nice arch there, and I'll just draw on the back side of that. Okay, there it is. Okay, that template we just cut out, which is the shape of our teardrop, we're going to now cut this is going to be the sidewall that the phylon goes on, and we'll do, this template will work for all our pieces, and yeah, so we'll get them all cut out and then start putting it together. It'll start looking like a teardrop, I think. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about all these pieces that we've made. Looks like I got a bunch of all the same stuff, doesn't it? Well, first of all, as you know, we have our template. This is the piece we made out of particle board, and this is the piece that we use to make all our other pieces. So let's put this aside. This next one here is a piece that we made out of 1/2-inch birch plywood, and I have two of these that are the same. And you notice these have this notch. And these, what you're seeing here, will be the inside wall. You actually will see this finish here. And the reason we notched this is because this is where our roof supports will go. They'll actually sit right on here, and they're 1.5 inches thick, plus the ceiling plywood will sit here. We got two of those. The right and the left. Here's the other one. You also notice this little funky cut here, but you figure if you got your ceiling, it's got to go, you got to have room all the way down to the floor. That's why that's like that. Now, these last two are a little different. You can see that they are just the shape without any cuts. And this is actually the exterior skin. We're going to attach our phylon, that's that fiberglass sheeting that makes it waterproof and weather resistant. And so we'll glue it on one side, and then we're actually going to glue this piece onto those other two pieces of 1/2 inch. And you notice there's no notch for the roof, so that's because you don't want to see that edge. It'll cover all those roof supports. And once we glue it on, we'll actually cut out the door opening. That way it'll be exactly like it should be with the other pieces. And our last one. Well, that's it for now on our teardrop build. I do appreciate you all watching, and I look forward to seeing you here again.